So I've thought about what to say in this video and what I can say and what I should say, and even if I should do the video. I decided to do it because my vlogs are about life in Orlando as a cast member, and this is something that living in Orlando and being a cast member has very much affected me. I don't have really much to say other than the fact that you know what happened yesterday, Sunday the 12th, I think it was. You guys all know what happened. The world knows what happened. And I've been through 9/11. Like, my dad was supposed to be in the Pentagon on 9/11 all those years ago. And I grew up near DC. So, and there have been several shootings in Virginia and so on and so forth. And I'm not saying that I'm used to it, because that's something that you shouldn't be used to. But I've had that happen before, the fear of it and everything. And when I moved to Orlando, and I live very, very close to Disney, I can honestly say I was not expecting something like this to happen so close to home, because it was less than 30 minutes away from where I live. And when I found out it happened, when I woke up that morning, it kind of grew. At first it was a shooting and I was like, oh, great, another shooting. And then it just grew into this terrorist attack or whatever it is. There's so much variables, nobody knows really what's going on. Point being, whatever happened, whatever the reasoning was, people have been killed, very suddenly, very innocently. Well, not innocently, but you know what I mean. And yeah, and it was very interesting going into work. I was very curious as to if people were going into the parks at all, at Disney parks. And they did, and I was very curious as to if anything was going to say anything, if anyone was going to say anything, guest was going to say anything. And at least from my end, I didn't hear a single guest talk about it at all. No one mentioned it, no one said anything, no one seemed oddly sad or anything. But and I don't take that for whatever you want, but I know the cast members, they did an excellent job at continuing to show that happiness, which we're supposed to show. It's part of our job. We're supposed to smile no matter what's going on in our lives, no matter what's going on in the world. As soon as you step on stage, you are a cast member in the happiest place on earth, and you have to show it. And they did. And I would say I'm proud of them, but I just feel like it's sad that that's something that you have to do, even in situations like this. And there were certain incidents I found out later in the evening where I didn't lose anyone. I'll first say I didn't lose anyone. All my friends are safe. Thank God. Because I know a lot of my friends go to that club. But I know of people who lost either a friend or multiple friends or lost a family member. At the end of the day, we started getting the information as to who was lost and everything and who died. And at the end of the day, I found out at least 3 of my launch bays lost either a friend or multiple friends or a family member. And it was very hard for them to finish their shift still smiling, still doing what they needed to do. Because of these budget cuts, you can't not go to work. There were 2 cast members who yesterday and another day later on this week are the only 2 days they were scheduled, so the only 2 days they were able to work. And so it's I have to be there, I have to work, or else I can't make a living. As sad as I am right now that I've lost someone in my family, I can't mourn them right now. And take that as you will, but what I'm trying to say is, from a cast member's point of view, it may not look it. We may be smiling. I know a lot of entertainment did this campaign of putting their hands in a heart, showing support. But and I know a lot of cast members before work went to go give blood. But even though we're smiling, and kind of giving the chin up, thumbs up, we may have been smiling on stage, but backstage there was an eerie, I don't know if you saw my Twitter, there was an eerie quiet. and there was just kind of just like blanket of like sadness and kind of just like mellow, you know. There weren't as many smiles, and the news was on all day on all of our TVs in our break rooms. And we even had we couldn't all go at once, of course, because the attractions show must go on, but we took turns going backstage for moments of silence. And I went back and said a prayer with another one of my cast member friends, you know, just for a couple minutes or whatever. But it was sad to me that some cast members said no, like they didn't want to go backstage. But their reasoning was because they didn't want to cry, they didn't want to get upset because it hurt them so much. So I just want to let you guys know that it has hit, and I found out more and more that there's been cast members who have been or were there that were killed or injured. So it has hit us. We are hurting. We're all hurting as one big family. Even the Universal and Disney World casts have joined together to give each other support through this, and it's sad. And just pray for Orlando, specifically for the families and the friends who are affected through this. Especially from a cast member, it's really hard to go on smiling. When I got in my car driving home, I just kept the music off to just kind of give them another moment of silence. And I did get a little teary-eyed on the way home just because it hit me how massive this was. And so I just want to say, chin up, guys, and that from a Christian's point of view, no matter what your religion is, violence is never the answer. We shouldn't hate each other. I always say, hate the sin, not the sinner. Hate and violence are no way to convince anyone of anything, no matter what it is. Violence is never the answer. Be responsible with guns. It's a privilege, not a right. And just be aware. Be safe. See something, say something is what we say on the cast member side. And, you know, just be safe out there. Don't be stupid, guys. This is another reason why I never go out. I don't go out late partying or go out late or stay out late, period. This is why I try to always be home by midnight, because you never know what can happen. It could be this, it could be in something else. So anyway, thank you guys for watching the video. Say a prayer for the families who have lost loved ones. I know I can name a couple of cast members, Carlos and Izzy. If you want to just focus on them, they're two friends of mine who lost friends and family, so. And I'm sure there's more. We'll be finding out more, I'm sure, today. But, thank you guys, and, chin up, guys. Not the world, some of the world is horrible, but not everyone is. And hug someone and smile for someone, pat someone on the back, and tell them it's going to be okay. Some good will come out of this, even if it's just to join us together. And, yeah. Bye, guys.